And my nipples really respond to him when he sings.
What?
Here's the waiting rooms where they're huddled up like refugees, and they're all crying and confused, and they're like, "Where are the judges at?" And like this country is fat.
The journey for her is just beginning, but not on American Idol.
My nipples really respond to him when he sings. I think that if she actually had like training or whatever, she'd probably be something fantastic, but she doesn't. Everything's just so
Hold on. There's an earthquake happening. Hold on.
Holy
Street lights, people living just to find emotions hiding somewhere in the night.
Hey there, everybody. My name is Brian. That is Shane. This is the Popcast, and we are talking about American Idol episode 7/8 because we're still doing 2 episodes a week, apparently. Unnecessarily so, in my opinion, but a couple good episodes this week, I gotta say. Not bad. Shane, how you doing, my man? I know it's been a while since you and I have done this podcast together. There hasn't really been anything to review except for American Idol recently, but we're working on that. What do you think, Shaney?
Yeah, so basically we're on the American Idol ticket right now.
Yeah.
Not getting a whole lot of views for that, but that's probably something that we can work on. But the show is really starting to heat up. So if you're not watching it, you want to get into it and check it out. We do have some great stuff coming up. We're going to be doing, I believe we haven't completely agreed upon it yet, but I think we're going to be doing Lost in Space until Star Trek or the Orville come back, right?
Yeah, we're going to review Lost in Space when it comes out April 14th, except for it's a Netflix show, so we're not going to give you a weekly show.
Yeah.
We're going to give you one giant episode talking about Lost in Space in that particular season. But yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to do that. We're going to find more sci-fi stuff to hit up on certain days. We're trying to stick with our genre for the days. We're the Popcast. We're a pop culture show, so we want to hit up a variety of things.
Pop culture.
That's it. So now, if you came here because you wanted to find out who the top 24, who they're going to be singing with this Monday and the following Monday after that, go to the time code that you see right over there.
Right there. Oh, wrong way. Right there. Right there. It should be on your screen right now. It's probably like flashing black and white. It's a particular time code. Just go right to that time code and you can jump right to the last 24 and not waste time listening to us talk about nonsense.
Well, it's not nonsense. It's the last 2 episodes, which are been riveting, getting us to the top 24. So if you want to find out if you want to find out what's happened on American Idol in the last 2 episodes, continue watching. And of course, you'll catch it here at the end and find out who the scene with the top 24 is.
Okay. Now that that's out of the way, you're either still here listening to us or you've clicked ahead because you don't care. Either way, we are going to start this show.
That's good.
All right. Now, this is how the format is, everybody. We try to condense the 3 hours of television they gave us, and we talk about the acts that mattered, and we try to get straight to the point. So if you want a more detailed format or you like this or whatever, then please comment below and let us know if this format can be adjusted or if it's perfect how it is. So,
amen.
Saying that, let's get to the very first. Gabby Barrett, a 17-year-old.
So just going back, we got, kind of got to talk about what happened in the show.
Okay.
So, we're basically in Hollywood Week, right?
Yep.
And they're trying to pare him down. We finished the groups. We did that last time, right?
Right. That was last week.
Finished the groups. Now we've got the individual performances, and what they're doing is a solo, and then they're doing a solo on a stage in front of an audience.
Right. First it's solo, and then it's solo in front of an audience. But the solo, they're still whittling it down. They do the solo, and then they basically they're funneled into different rooms, and they're going to tell which of those rooms are going home, which ones are staying. And then the people that stay do solo audience, and then they're individually judged after the performance and let known whether or not they're staying or leaving. And actually,
and I love.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, most of them that we saw today actually did stay. Only a couple got kicked to the curb.
Well, what I love is I love that they added this element because they previously hadn't done this, where they did an audience, and I think it's a great test of, well, how are they going to perform when they actually are performing in front of America? And I thought that was great, so they can get. They haven't done that before. I really like that.
I gotta say that. Well, there's an act that we're gonna get to. I was pleasantly surprised by, because when we first saw her, we criticized the fact that she wasn't a singer and they were just trying to get as much bare skin on the show as possible. But then she totally blows me away. Anyways, let's talk about this first solo. Gabby Barrett, age 17, high school student out of Pennsylvania, right? Is that Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. I personally did not care for this performance.
It was okay. I mean, you could tell she's a very good singer.
It was average.
She dedicated it to her dad.
She's a good singer. Nothing stood out to me. Didn't really care.
All right.
Moving on. MARCIO Donaldson. He is a server out of Compton, 28 years old. I actually did like his performance, but I do think that his voice is not as special. I think he picks the right songs, so it sort of does it for me. Yeah. But he is not as talented as some of the other singers, which is, it's interesting, Shane. A big part of this is what song they're picking. Because if they pick a song that stays within their vocal range and they have a decent voice, they can probably skate through for a while, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. Simon Cowell used to always say it's song choice, song choice, song choice.
Yes.
Say it better. It's song choice, song choice, song choice.
Song choice, song choice, song choice. No, get the fuck off my stage.
Beep.
No, but this guy consistently is picking songs that I personally like the rendition of, but they're not extra. They're not really outside what he's comfortable with. So he's making good decisions.
Yeah, but you're right. I don't think he has the strongest voice, and
no,
it'll be interesting to see how far he goes.
Yes. Next up is Effie Pissarro out of Modesto, California. She has a killer voice. I personally... What's that?
Very powerful voice.
Powerful voice. I personally just didn't care for the song, but I can recognize massive talent when I see it. Again, I think that her song choice was like she wanted to showcase her voice, and she did that, but the song... is not going to connect with as many people as the previous guy's song did. So,
yeah, and I think the judges are talking to her about presence. She kind of disappears a little bit, even though she has this really big voice. She doesn't really have a great stage presence. So,
yeah, that's pretty true. All right, next up. Oh, I love this guy.
He's actually my favorite person on the entire show.
Well, he's my second favorite person because we're going to get to my favorite.
You know why he's my favorite, though?
Well, he's the rock guy.
He's the rock guy.
He's the rock guy.
He's the one
and only. Yeah, CADE FOEHNER out of Shelbyville, Texas. He's a college student. He's age 21. He gets a hell of a voice. It's nice and gritty. He gets high, he gets low. His song choices are fairly good, which I know is subjective, but they are. And he's the rocker, and he's definitely second on my list, mainly because he doesn't check all my boxes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's something about him I don't like, I don't like his facial expressions. I mean, it's such a ticky-tacky thing.
I'm pooping as I'm singing.
He's that kind of guy you can look at him and go, he kind of, you know, he has the face for radio, kind of the way, you know, the way you talk about. He's got a face for radio.
I mean, there's some ugly singers out there that are like superstars, though. So
no, yeah, and that's why I'm saying it's not, that doesn't do it. But when I'm watching him, I'm really gonna have to get lost in the music. They gave him they said he was Robert Plant-ish, which is a huge compliment considering it's the lead singer of Led Zeppelin.
Wow.
So, you know, we'll see what happens. Hopefully he can stick it each week, and he should be there for a long time because, and actually I'm totally giving it away here right now because he did make the top 24.
Damn it, Shane. Stop it. Stop it, Shane.
Well,
Stop
I
it.
think he's my favorite in the whole show, and now he's not there. It kind of makes, you know.
Right. Okay. Sure.
But yeah, so I look forward to seeing that guy.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about Harper Grace, high school student, age 16, out of Texas. Forced to be reckoned with. You know what I like about her? She does original songs, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, I love that, man. I really like that the original songs, and her original songs are good.
Yeah, they're good. It's crazy. You know, like
on the radio now.
It's not ones I would like particularly buy or whatever, but I can hear them like definitely being popular and on the radio. When I watch this, I watch it with my kids, and they like it. They don't know any better, so
right.
It's good stuff. Harper Grace gonna go far. Don't spoil the lead.
I didn't say nothing.
Next up is this crazy individual.
She's growing on me, man.
Oh, CADE Turner is like a fungus that you can't get off. She starts growing under your nails, and you're like, I don't know what to do with this fungus, but I can't get rid of it.
She's got no fear, bro.
Yes, age 17, out of Pennsylvania, high school student. She has a very unique and very powerful voice. Although, I'm not going to lie, I cringed so hard when she came out and told that obviously fake story about some guy that slighted her or something. It sounded like a Lifetime. It sounded like the script to a Lifetime movie, you know, during like Feminist Week or something, man.
Well, I got to tell you but it was, I mean, to have the intestinal fortitude to go out there and sing that song that she wrote, that was a huge risk, and she recognized it. She's just dumb enough and young enough to not realize that you only get a couple shots in life, and this is probably the only one or two she's ever going to
I'm
get.
sorry, bro, but what cartoon villain is telling a woman in this day and age, get down there and make me a sandwich, B-I-C-T-H? Like, get out of here. That's ridiculous.
Well, it didn't really happen. Obviously,
it didn't happen, dude. That's some cartoon villain nonsense. Yeah, that's the punchline for a joke from 1992, Katie. We all are aware of your nonsense. But
well, that's what you like about it. It had her personality in the song.
I personally don't like that kind of stuff. I want it to be about her vocals. I don't want to be about her fake story.
Well, no, she wrote the song, though. And if you listen to the lyrics, it's actually very smart, even though it may not be the content that you generally like.
No, I don't mind the song. The song was fine.
17. She wrote it. She sang it. She put the accompanying music. It's a good song.
Absolutely. Song was good. Voice was good. Performance was good. She didn't have to accompany it with a fake story.
Well, I mean, she wrote the song, so she had to accompany it with something. I mean, all she said it was about a guy that once did her wrong or something.
Something told her to go make a sandwich or something. Like,
look, stories that are based on true stories are not completely 100%.
Well, she's not gonna make it, so it doesn't matter.
We'll see.
Moving on, Brandon Elder. I thought you would love this guy, Shane.
Nah.
Okay, so here I have a problem.
I didn't like him.
Brandon Elder sang a song that I love called Home.
Yeah, but the problem is...
But so did Dennis Lorenzo.
Let me tell you, that's the problem, bro. I think what they did is they gave him a handful of songs to choose from, and they picked, if you notice, a lot of them were songs that previous idols sang on the show. So I'm not sure what they were going for here. Maybe they wanted to. I don't know why they were doing that.
I don't know.
Maybe to try to get a shout out to old Idol. I don't know what they were doing.
It bums me out.
Like that they sang multiple songs together, the same song.
I agree with you, and it bums me out that I wanted to hear Brandon Elder with his unique voice sing a song that that I like, I love a lot. I wanted to hear that, and what I did hear after all that setup was actually this guy started the song, Dennis Lorenzo, and then this guy sang a verse, and then this guy finished the song, and I'm like, what's going on right now? Because this guy, I don't like Dennis Lorenzo's voice. It's very generic R&B. I don't care for R&B, and it's very generic, and he basically just made a very unique song, generic as hell, over the guy that actually has a unique voice to sing that song, and I feel like he totally overshadowed this guy's performance, you know.
Yeah, I think what happened was the producers took the opportunity, which was it was not a good choice. It was abrupt. It felt like I was ripped out of the moment, and they took the opportunity to pare down the show because they're already at an hour and a half. And, you know, some people are singing the same song, so they kind of combined it a little bit. And I think it was a really bad choice.
Not to mention, you combined two people that have vastly different styles and basically butchered a song that was already unique to begin with.
Yeah, you're 100% right there, man. It was brutal. It was not a good part of the show.
It was not. And speaking of Dennis Lorenzo, I think I made it clear. I think he's a generic R&B singer. So
I agree with you there.
I'm sure he'll go through because that's what they want, but that's not what that song called for. Not at all.
Well, and that's what American Idol is going to take a cross section. They want to cover as much, you know, that's why my one rocker is going through. There's only one rocker. So, you know, I think they want a whole cross scale of different types of music types. And so if you are in a type of music where there's a lot of people singing it, you're kind of screwing yourself a little bit. And there's a lot of people singing R&B, so you're probably only going to see a couple go through.
I agree with you. Okay, next up, MADDIE POPPE out of Clarksville, college student, age 20. I like MADDIE POPPE a lot. I think she has a very it's sort of like meek, but also soulful voice. I like how she plays the guitar. I think she's a superstar, man.
Okay.
What did you think about MADDIE POPPE?
You know, she didn't stand out to me as much as some of the other people did.
Clearly forgettable. I think you've forgotten who MADDIE POPPE is.
Is it obvious?
It's pretty obvious. All right.
You know, she's actually very talented, and but yeah, well, you know, she's definitely a good singer, and I think she'll do well in this competition. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, moving on. Michelle Susssett, a waitress out of Miami, Florida. Okay, so this is the woman I was talking about.
Okay.
In the first couple episodes, she came out wearing short shorts, a halter top, and instead of singing, she did a dance. This is the one where Katy Perry tried to dance with her and twerk, and then she fell down, and apparently Katy Perry does not wear underpants, and that was obvious. So we actually criticized this, if you remember, and I said that was pointless, that she's not even a singer. What's the point? Well, she is a singer, so
I continue to criticize it, though.
Sure, you can, but I gotta say, this performance was like subpar, and then we got to the audience performance, and I gotta say, I liked the audience performance.
You were sidetracked by her dancing.
I mean, it's possible, but she clearly has a voice, man.
She has something wrong with her voice. She has an intonation where sometimes her voice sounds good, but then also it does not sound good. The accent kicks in really heavy, and something happens where she kind of loses her place, but the dancing, you know, her stage performance is getting her through.
Well,
100% on this one.
Let's be honest. She'll still be our thumbnail.
Those are the decisions that I allow you to make, my friend.
Got to get that clickbait, bro. And then there's no better clickbait than a singer that's twerking.
Okay, there you go. Unless it's Miley Cyrus.
So I like her mainly because of this story that's developing right now. I don't think her voice is like great, but I think it's there. I think that if she actually had like training or whatever, she'd probably be something fantastic, but she doesn't. Everything's just so raw.
Hold on. There's an earthquake happening. Hold on.
Holy shit. That was weird.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. I was like, everything started shaking. I had to go and so yeah, guys, we are filming in California.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know.
SoCal, earthquakes happen sometimes here.
Yep.
It's like, coffee in the morning and earthquake.
And an earthquake.
Yeah. Why do we live here? I don't really know. It actually costs a lot of money. The only thing good about California is the weather, but that's like only half the year because the other half of the year it's so hot you can't breathe. Actually, California sort of sucks.
There's no mosquitoes, and that's like a big bonus for me.
Okay, there's no mosquitoes. Yeah, but half the year it's so hot. It's just so hot. I have no words for it. It's just so hot, and there are random earthquakes that pop up, and a lot of crazy people here. So,
did it look like the city behind me was shaking, rocking and rolling back there?
No, because it's a green screen. Only you were shaking. You were like,
oh.
Okay, moving on. We're back.
Yeah.
Let's talk about. We're done with Michelle Suzette. Okay, it took an earthquake to get me to stop talking about her. Apparently. Oh, look I got another shot for some reason.
Oh, of course.
Interesting. I wonder how that happened. Okay.
I don't know.
Moving on.
Get rid of the slide.
Okay. Next up is Ron Boltonges. Ron Boltonges. He's an entrepreneur out of Texas. He's 21 years old. Let me tell you something. If you're a 21 entrepreneur, that's code word for unemployed. Because I have been a 21-year-old entrepreneur too. Speaking about Ron, I like Ron's voice. I do think he's slightly generic, but I think he has a little something there. He got a pretty decent range. And that's all I got to say about him. Other than that, semi-forgettable, except for that range.
Fair enough.
Moving on. Ronnie BRENNS. College student out of 18. Another code word for unemployed.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe he's got a job at the
all right.
7-Eleven or something.
Johnny BRENNS has a unique voice, but his talent level, he has a lot of raw talent, a lot of potential, but he needs, I feel as if he needs to hone that into a sharp weapon versus this blunt, piece of precious metal it is currently. That's
code language for we'll see you next year, Johnny.
Yeah. I think he has a lot of raw talent. I really do. He's probably a better singer, naturally a better singer than a lot of people there. But he's been doing it for like 6 months. Yeah, he doesn't have the experience yet to compete in American Idol. And you probably should have thought about that, Johnny, before you applied, man.
He's giving it his best shot.
Yeah, giving it. Okay, I'm not even gonna try.
Don't.
Next up is Crystal ALICEA. Oh, dude, she's 20, bro. This was the chick you were like, she could be in high school, Brian. Remember last week?
Oh, that's right. Well, she's not, so you're off the hook.
I'm good. She's 20, and she's good looking.
Okay, you can say that.
In my opinion, obviously. I think she, aside from being good looking, I like her voice. I think she has a very nice voice. I think it's very soulful. I think her range suffers a little bit. I think this performance in itself was actually really, really good. Remember, this was the chick where CADE played a joke on her, and she's the one that tried to like step in front of that bullet, take the bullet. Yeah.
Yeah, I predict we may not talk about her ever again. So we'll see.
Oh, does she get kicked? She does, doesn't she? Damn it. Damn it. I liked her.
Don't get too invested into this one, my friend.
Oh, man, that sucks. I liked her.
Yeah.
Damn it.
The problem is that she also sucked. So that was the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And she was the karaoke person. So I get it.
Yeah. I mean, I like her. Come back next year, Crystal, when you've had a chance. Practice a little bit. All right. DEONTE Baker, vocal coach out of Chicago. Killer voice. Killer voice. I gotta say that. Guy got some skill. However, his like bass vocals are not special. You know, everybody has like a bass vocals, like where their inflection is, like how deep or high their voice is, and he just has a sort of a generic voice like this, you know, nothing special. And so while he has like an intense amount of skill, he's very skilled. You know what? If you took this guy and married him with BRENS, like took BRENS' voice and gave him Baker's skill, man, you would have like a superstar. But
yes,
we don't have that. We have someone that has a pretty basic voice, but with a lot of skill. And I'm gonna commend him on that skill. That skill level, high, great. But he has
what I would deem a forgettable face. Hint, hint.
Yeah, forgettable face and a forgettable voice aside from his skill level.
Meaning we may not remember him next week.
Yeah, he's all right. Stop bearing the lead, bro. Come on. Next up, Journey was there with her wife. She's a hostess. She's 18 years old. I absolutely hate the fact that she's named Journey.
I know
we covered that last year. I know you like it. I know you like it.
But I got kids with strange names, so you know what I do.
All right, boss. Come on, champ. Clean them bathrooms out.
I wouldn't name anybody boss or champ. I don't know about that one. But he's okay.
I'm gonna name my next kid President and see what happens.
It's not about the destination, brother. It's about the
journey. Well, her voice is obviously good enough because I think she did make top 24, or you would have said something by now.
Really?
I don't know. You would have made it real clear. Like, well, she's obviously forgetful.
Would I have said something like, her journey is over? The journey for her is just beginning, but not on American Idol. And I would be correct.
All right. Journey has ended her journey.
Exactly.
Moving on. Maddie Zam. Oh, this chick, man. I don't know if she made top 24. I think we're killing the whole surprise here. But her voice is crazy good.
She's got a good voice, but you know, I don't want to say, how do I say this the best way? They got rid of the two largest people auditioning.
Okay, moving on before people hate us.
No. I mean, listen, we keep it real here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm keep it real.
You're right. She doesn't have like the classic looks. I agree. She doesn't. But we've had American Idols in the past that didn't have the classic looks. They just had skill.
Right. But I do believe when they're torn between a couple of different people, you're probably going to lose the one who's, you know, horizontally challenged more than others.
Who didn't order that low-calorie 6-inch sub from Subway?
You're like, yeah, I got the foot long, gotta go.
I got the foot long meatball marinara with extra cheese.
No, shouldn't have got the extra cheese. You're out of Idol. She was in competition with someone else. We're
vertically challenged.
we're not vertically challenged.
We're horizontally challenged.
Horizontally challenged, right. So technically, we can talk about this.
Yeah, it's true. So, we are in that majority.
That's right. Yeah. Skinny people.
This country is fat.
Yeah, a lot of people can talk.
All right, moving on. Shannon O'Hara, I'm telling you, there's something about her face that reminds me of a coworker we both share. I don't know. I can't tell you what it is.
Really?
Yeah, bro. She reminds me of, shout out to Danny, my main gal, my gal Friday over at the shop. this chick reminds me of Danny when Danny takes her glasses off.
Okay.
Yeah. So
now you guys know what Danny sort of looks like.
So maybe Danny, maybe this chick actually wears glasses, but not on the show. And that's why I'm getting that vibe. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
All right. Shannon O'Hara, however, does have a beautiful voice. Very Adele-esque, in my opinion. Also, a fairly good piano player.
Yeah, and you know, you might be seeing Danny more each week.
Shannon O'Hara.
Shannon O'Hara.
Yeah, Shannon Danny O'Hara.
More of Shannon Danny O'Hara next week.
Hey, this is how we're going to know if Danny actually watched her show. She'll mention it tomorrow.
Yeah, she won't mention it.
Yeah, she doesn't watch our show. She
don't watch American.
Well, we love her. I'm fairly certain she hates me personally. So, all right, moving on. Genevieve Linkowski. Wow, Linkowski. I almost got that right. 19 out of Minnesota or Michigan, one of the two. It's MI.
She's a homeschool teacher.
Homeschool teacher. Forgettable. I actually forgot what happened. Do you remember?
Well, no, and you don't need to worry about it because she won't be there next week.
Yeah, the thing is, I actually, so if anybody knows how this sets up, I watched the show live with my family, and my kid's pig is flying around his cage right now. Sorry, it's so distracting. He's just like,
stay with me here.
All right, anyways, I watched the show live with my kids, and then I watched the show again to get highlights like we're showing you now. And then I watched those individual performances to be refreshed. I essentially watched the show almost 3 times, and I forgot what her performance was. Yeah,
so obviously that says a lot why she's not going to be there.
Yeah, okay. Garrett. Why would I say Garrett? What's wrong with me right now? Garrett, shut up.
You got this guinea pig over here bugging you. I've got earthquakes happening on my side.
This pig is making a lot of noise. All right, Garrett Jacobs, the guy with 2 first names. What is wrong with you? Take it easy. What is the deal with this guy?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter.
I'm sorry, bro.
It doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
Let's talk about Garrett, who's from Bossier City.
Garrett Jacob from Bossier City, Louisiana.
Bossier City, right? Yep.
Yeah. I only know that's Louisiana because you lived in Louisiana for a while.
Yeah, about 3 years.
He's a high school student. He's 18, which means that he's a late bloomer when it comes to education.
He's a late bloomer.
Yeah, here's the deal.
Ooh, Garrett missed a year. Is that what you're trying to say? Maybe he was held back.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. One of the two. You know, I'm not saying he's dumb, but I'm not saying he's not dumb either.
Yeah, but, get used to seeing him because even if he's dumb or not dumb, he's going to be around in the future.
So, believe it or not, I'm talking trash, but I actually liked Garrett's performance. It wasn't good. It wasn't a generic R&B voice. It had something to it. It sort of reminded me of like a deeper Ed Sheeran or something, and I actually like Ed Sheeran a lot. So I liked Garrett Jacobs. So Garrett Jacobs, as much trash as I'm talking, bro, good luck, brother. Next up, Brittany Holmes. Again, an impressive level of skill wrapped in a generic R&B style voice, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about vocal coaches, man. They just never make it through. Hint, hint.
Oh, yeah, she is a vocal coach. Oh, she doesn't get through. Well, her skill level, man, she was like hitting falsettos, like up and down, up and down. It was impressive. But
that's why she's a vocal coach.
Yeah, really showing off that level of talent, but her voice is just sort of generic, you know?
Yeah, and somebody's got to tell her that those boots actually are not in style anymore.
Are those boots?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were weird pants with a stripe, with a skin-colored stripe.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The dressing,
Are those shorts? Are she wearing shorts with knee-high boots?
Could be a skirt, I guess. I'm not sure.
Weird. All right. Anyways, moving on. Gabby Jones.
I feel bad for this person.
Yeah, I do too. Because she was like,
You know why?
her dad's not going to help her anymore unless she makes it or something like that. And then I'm pretty sure she didn't make it.
Her voice sounded so bad during these.
During this performance and the audience performance, it was bad.
Well, I don't know if she made it to the audience performance. I think she actually got cut in the rooms.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. I didn't know that. Did she?
What's funny is I saw her face in one of the rooms and said,
that's right. She was crying.
That room's gone. That's the first thing I thought was, whoever is in that room, you know, if you look around and you're like, oh no, that person's in my room, you can pretty much say, my time's over. Yeah,
people were freaking out. They were like really like losing it in those rooms. They must have made them wait for hours, bro. Imagine that. Imagine torturing these poor people. Like they're all huddled up and sitting on the ground, bro. Like
I always put them on the ground.
What is this, a refugee camp? Why are they all sitting on the ground, huddled up in the corner of the room, dude? It's so silly. Like, give them a chair. What's wrong with you people?
It's been like that for a long time.
Yeah, no, that's how they get them off their like their centers. So that when their emotions come out, they really come out.
Right.
That's just proper TV producing for reality TV, guys.
Yeah. That's
basically it's human torture. Next up was Thaddeus Johnson. This guy didn't go through, and I like him a lot, so it sort of bummed me out.
Yeah.
I like Thaddeus, and I feel like he probably should have gotten a shot, but he didn't. So, well,
how many people sings the way he sings? And if you're not the best couple of singers that sing kind of the way you sing, you're not going to make it.
Yeah, but he didn't only sang well, even if he was like one of many. He had good song choices. He had a cool story. I don't know. Sort of liked him.
That's true. Yeah.
Moving on. Laine Hardy.
Man, Laine.
I don't like this guy at all.
I'm really glad. So Laine doesn't make it. Just gonna go ahead and throw it out there.
Yeah,
he bugged me in group week and during.
Bugged me too, bro. The guy has a punchable face, bro. He does.
Well, he was kind of. He didn't want to learn it. He was kind of smug.
I'm smug. I can do what I want. Man.
Then he got put through, and I was like, he doesn't deserve to go through.
He's like that kid that gets. He's like that. Student that gets picked to go to Stanford over somebody else, and on the way out, like he waves his acceptance letter in their face and be like, "Good luck next year." I don't know. I get a horrible vibe from this dude, man.
Yeah, no,
and his face is punchable. I want to punch him in the face.
Keeping it real here on the podcast.
I'm glad he's gone. Glad you're gone, Laine. You suck.
Okay.
Right.
That's like
that was too much.
That's like
that.
It's like what is that? Like hitting somebody with sticks after they've already been.
Well, I'm sure he's fine because he got the acceptance letter to Stanford. Justin, I mean Laine. What?
Laine.
All right, moving on. Guess what? I didn't get into Stanford, guys.
Yeah.
Caleb Lee Hutchinson out of Georgia, and he got that Georgian voice, man. This guy got smooth like butter voice. I like this guy.
Yeah, he has that traditional deep Scotty McCreery past Idol winner voice.
I love this guy.
I think he's a little better voice than Scotty McCreery.
Yeah, I think so too, man.
You see how it comes out.
And my nipples really respond to him when he sings.
What?
I can always get you to double take. I said my nipples really respond to him when he sings.
I heard what you said.
Oh, I see. I want to make sure you heard me. My nipples really respond to him when he sings. Anyways, Caleb Lee Hutchinson is a boss. I'm glad he's moving on to the big time.
Yes, he is.
All right. Next up, Michael J. Woodard. This guy is unique.
Yeah, he's a bowling alley attendant, and I love that about him. I just love that about him, and he has no shame.
How many bowling alleys are there where they still need attendants? Like, are there still bowling alleys where there's someone setting up the pins in the back?
No, No, but they'll go back there and fix this machines now. I mean, I don't know, what is this, 1936?
I don't know. I thought that's what a bowling attendant was.
Last time you were at a bowling alley, bro.
It's been years. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I remember the last time. I remember.
Yeah, we were kids.
Yeah. So, but the thing about this guy is he's different and unique. And he came out and sang some songs. You're like, oh, I don't know about that, and there's something about him.
No, it's straight up. When I say unique, I'm saying it in both a positive and negative, or derogatory. Like, I think that he is unique both in his voice is unique positively. He's very skilled, very nice to listen to. His song choice was questionable, and his personality is unique, not positive or negative, just in general, just sort of a weird guy. The kind of guy you remember because the way he walks and talks and sort of like acts is definitely super unique, but it definitely works with his voice. His voice is very, very nice and very memorable. He goes on, I'm sure. I forgot, but I'm sure he does. All right. Here we are. Here's the waiting rooms where they're huddled up like refugees, and they're all crying and confused, and they're like, "Where are the judges at?" And like they're waiting for people to come tell them their fate. I had to get this shot because
wow.
This shot was like I didn't get all the shots, but most of the rooms were like this. Some people were sitting on the floor. They were holding each other by the arms. No, it was, yeah, man, it's crazy. And then
what's funny is this room goes through. What's hilarious about it is look at the looks on their faces. This room actually goes through.
Yeah, this room does go through.
But look at them. They're just
like elated, and they go out to meet their family, and they're like stoked. Look at them sitting on the ground. They're like, "Well, all right, we got through." And then Luke was torturing me. He's like, this is the part that it's hard for a judge to do. When I took this job, I didn't really think that I'd have to do this part.
I didn't realize when I was signed up for the show that we'd have to do this part.
That we'd have to do this part.
Come on, Luke. You knew you were doing this part.
That I would have to hear your such loud voices or something like that. Yeah. And they go through and more hugging and loving, and everybody's happy. And
I think, look, go back. She is kissing that girl's hand. Yeah. She's eating it. Look at this.
Eating that hand, bro.
Talk about, like a spontaneous hug. I'm going to go back to that. A spontaneous hug where you're like, wow, I got into this hug a second too late.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. She didn't make it into the hug.
She didn't quite make it into the hug, and now she got the fist.
Yeah. Get out of here, Grandma. Nobody wants you in the hug.
It was a great shot.
Yeah. All right. Then we get to the live/audience. And by the way, I do not like how they did this. Like, she is like the young 16-year-old out of whatever. And she's like, out of like Savannah. And she's like, innocent and has a nice voice. And then, boom, let's give her glitter and sex her up. Boom! Let's tease that hair up. Put as much makeup on her as possible. Put her in a tight skirt. Boom. Sex them up.
I mean, she's the youngest contestant. 16 years old.
She didn't need all that makeup, that's for sure, man. Like, I can literally see the contours of the makeup on her face.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody was trying way too hard here. I don't know if they did that to her or what was going on. They want to make it believable that she can, 16's a young age to be doing this.
So,
and
question, Shane, does this individual make it to the top 25?
Yes. Yeah. What's her name again?
I don't remember.
I think she did, yeah.
Okay.
There's 24 people, so I'm trying to hold it all together. I'm pretty sure she does. Yes, she does. She's the youngest contestant. She makes it. She's the only 16-year-old that makes it through.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I was not that impressed with her, to be real honest with you.
I wasn't impressed with this. Not with the live audience performance. I was like, whatever.
She was the one with the little sister that came in and sang.
Yeah, Dixie. I remember that. All right. And this guy, we just talked about him, super unique. He makes it through. And this guy, the one that's been flirting with Katy Perry the whole time,
I love this.
He doesn't make it through. So he is one of the only people they actually show not making it through. Let's see. She makes it through, and he makes it through. She makes it through. She makes it through.
Yeah, so many of these.
Wait, I'm getting there. She makes it through. She does not make it through. CADE is sent home.
What?
Right?
No, CADE made it through.
Damn it. I was really like,
what is up with you?
What I was trying to do is I was trying to speak it into existence, you know, but it didn't happen. So
that girl's got a good voice.
No,
bro.
she does. I'm just talking trash. She makes it through.
That's funny.
What?
I mean, you're funny because she annoys you.
Yeah, she annoys me. She has a nice voice, but she is super annoying. Now, what about Journey over here? Does Journey make it through, Shane?
This is the end of Journey's journey.
This is the end of Journey's journey.
Right?
Hello?
Is it me you're not looking for? Because I won't be on any more episodes.
What about Danny's doppelganger? Does she make it through?
Danny's doppelganger makes it through.
Woo! Danny's doppelganger going for the gold. Yeah. All right. What about Alpaca Boy? Does he make it through?
No. See, this is what I was talking about the big people not making it
Alpaca Boy does not make it through. But now he has time to go hang out with alpacas. So, you know, that's a plus.
If I seem a little distracted, here's my problem. My wife just asked me about a tsunami warning.
Keep going, bro. We're almost done.
So check it out. So we're doing the show, right? And so I'm looking up literally tsunami alerts. Now, luckily, there are no. It says here on the website, no tsunami is expected.
So everybody, I want you to know how my journalistic integrity demands that we leave the camera on as his house is blowing away.
Yeah, you're like, I want to go back and look at what I look like, because I must have gotten out of there pretty quick. But
all right, next up, Ada. Ada makes it through.
Yes, but you know it's interesting with Ada. I don't know. Did you get any shots of them sitting with the judges at the end, or did you do that?
I didn't. I saw it, but I didn't get any shots. No.
Okay, so that's cool. So
there's a limit to how many screenshots we can have in a show, and 3 hours of TV definitely tests that limit. So,
well, Ada actually comes in as her actual self. You know, the male version of Ada. He comes in to be judged. But
wait. Do they send him home, but they accept Ada?
Well, that would have
been hilarious, bro.
It would have been funny. Like, no, you can't come in, but Ada is okay. No, but what's interesting is they talked about. You hear him talking about. I want to do this show as me. I think it was a surprise. I don't think they knew he was going to come in as himself. Now, here's the funny thing. If you look at some screenshots coming up, you see Ada performing as Ada with the superstar that he's going to perform with. So they must have told him afterwards, yeah, really appreciate you doing that, but we want the Ada.
Yeah, we're gonna need the super flamboyant Ada. That's good TV, okay, bud.
That's better TV. So
I mean, no one even knows your name. What is it? Kyle, Kevin, Chris? Who cares? Okay, where's Ada? Okay, all right. Yeah, no, that's what's going on. This poor bastard does not make it. Goes home.
What's he was the one whose dad showed up, right?
Yeah, like their whole family showed up, and Kay was like, I feel so bad. His whole family's here.
Yeah, well, it's funny. Finally, like the dad shows up, and we were like giving the dad a bunch of crap about not supporting his son, right?
Yeah.
And like, we're all here to support. And they're like, yeah, you're not going through.
Yeah. And he shows up and gets booted.
Yeah.
She did not make it through. Yeah, I really should have written their names down this slide because I'm forgetting the forgettable people really quickly. But crazy chick that makes a bunch of faces while she's singing, she doesn't.
Oh my god, you got that so well.
It wasn't even hard, bro. Like every shot I had of her was making a funny face.
She makes a lot of faces.
Yeah, she really does. Oh, this guy makes it through. Woo! Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he made it through.
Georgia.
You're always on my mind.
Oh, yeah.
It's a sweet old song.
All right. This guy that thinks he's good at dancing but is not makes it through. I thought that was funny when they're like, he's like, yeah, I just discovered that I was actually pretty good at dancing. And Luke was like, first thing we're going to do is we're going to ditch the dancing.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
And this guy's punchable son of a gun. Does not.
That's the guy. What was his name? Laine or something like that?
Laine. Oh, Laine. Sure. In Stanford. Oh. All right. And she doesn't make it through, right? Or maybe she does. I forgot.
Gosh darn it. I don't think she made it.
All right. Who knows? Oh.
I think they said she just didn't have enough presence.
Now, I did get Dennis's last screenshot. This is the last screenshot because I wanted to talk about Dennis Lorenzo.
All right. He was up there with somebody else, right?
Oh, I don't know. But what I
The last two guys?
Was it the last two guys? Oh, yeah, you're right. But my question, Shane, does Dennis Lorenzo go home? Or does he stay?
He stays.
Okay. Now, how much of that had to do with his backstory and how much of it had to do with his skill level?
I think that, like I said, they're taking a couple of R&B guys. And honestly, it might have been a little bit of story. I think they maybe got down to a couple of spots. They want to make sure they're covering everybody. They sent home, they didn't keep a lot of African American guys this season, and I think that saving it to the end and having two go through that have similar voice patterns is okay. And I think it's necessary for the show to be successful. So when they come back, though, I mean, you got to remember they're going to get this thing down to 12 people before they go to the live shows.
Okay. So
chances.
This is the guy where I'm like,
you're not digging him.
Yeah. Oh, and it's not as I know he's like a new dad and all that, and I'm sure he's a great guy and he's clearly a talented singer, but he has that very generic sounding R&B voice that a few people already have on the show. And they had him last on the show as if they're trying to feature him, and they were like it's weird. I feel like they're grooming this guy to go like let's talk about like the behind the scenes reality show kind of stuff here, guys. I feel like they're grooming this guy to get him as far as possible. He was featured 3 times in 2 episodes. In these last 2 episodes. Very clear shots of him, his family, and his kid. Very clear shots of his backstory twice. His performance even overshadowed another guy's performance. Like, I'm telling you,
well,
I feel like they're grooming this guy to take it far, and I'm not really sure why.
I got to tell you, I think that he's got a relevant look for today's popular music. He has a look about him that reminds me of a lot of the people who are performing right today. So maybe that has something to do with it. But I also felt that way about Journey and thought that she had that kind of appeal that would come across that way. And she was featured and then not brought through. So I'm not sure. And they had no harm. They could have brought her through the top 24. No big deal. Once America starts pairing people out, that's when it's going to that's who we're going to find out who's voting.
Bro, it's the fact that they gave him the last slide that is telling for me. It seemed.
Well, it's him and another guy. It wasn't just him. So it was him and the other guy that sings similar to him that has the baby that's 6 months old, and he got it when it was a week old.
Yeah.
These guys were roommates. I'm trying to get his name here, but
all right. Well, either way, all right. Maybe that's true. I just want to put on record. If this guy gets to you know, the quarterfinals. Okay, I called it.
Okay. Well, once it gets to the top 12, it's all America.
Oh, okay.
So,
if he gets all wait. Okay, if he gets all the way to top 12, and then America kicks him out immediately, I called it.
Okay, that's fair. That's
all right.
That's fair. Yeah.
See, I don't even know how American Idol works. I'm thinking like AGT style stuff, you know.
It's similar to AGT. I mean, I don't know how they're going to do the voting now, but basically, whoever has the least amount of votes goes home each week.
Interesting. Okay. Well, everybody, that's it for our show. It's been fun talking about American Idol with you. We will be Mac. Excuse me. I'm sorry. We'll be Mac. We'll be Mac, everybody.
I'll be Mackin'.
Yeah. My name is Mac now. We'll be back next week around the same time, reviewing next week's 2 episodes. And pretty soon.
No.
What?
No, we're not doing that. No.
Wait, is there only 1 episode next week?
There's a couple things we haven't done. We didn't talk about the 24 people that are going to be the reason people clicked on this show.
Oh, my bad. I almost forgot about that. My bad.
Right.
Okay, this is the time code. All right. All right, Shane, please tell us about the top 24.
So,
there's so many distractions today. Earthquakes and pigs running around. Tsunami warnings, bro. And
women who can't sing but can dance and get passed through.
Oh my goodness! And and Caleb with that beautiful sultry voice. Goodness gracious!
Stop it.
All right.
So, okay, let's talk about it real fast. So this Sunday we're going to have the top 24 solos. So our top 24 artists that we found out last week, they're going to have solo performances, and then on Monday, April 9th, we're going to start the duets, and they're going to do 12 duets. So you've got Brandon Diaz and Michelle Susssett. They're going to be with Louis Fonzi.
Woo,
okay?
Fonzi.
The artist.
The Fonz.
Okay? Louis.
Louis the Fonzi. I have
Also
no idea who that is, bro. You know who that is?
I don't.
Oh, my goodness.
I saw the name and said, well, somebody I don't know. Okay, so, and I wasn't going to say it, but you just drug it out. So also coming up on Monday, April 9th is CADE FOEHNER, my favorite guy, the rocker, and Trevor McBain.
They're
going to be singing with Bishop Briggs.
All right,
wait. Another.
Again, who is Bishop Briggs?
So, all right. I guess I probably should look this up.
Who is Bishop Briggs?
Bishop Briggs is a Scottish musician and singer-songwriter based in Los Angeles. It's a female singer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can go check out her stuff.
Yeah,
but anyway,
Briggs.
Brandon
Briggs, yes, playing Briggs.
CADE and Trevor, interesting. Trevor, I believe, is the goat herder guy with the big beard.
Yes, I like Trevor.
They'll be singing with her. You've got Katie Turner, your favorite.
Oh, yeah.
And Johnny BRENS going to be singing with Andy Grammer.
Andy Grammer.
So,
that name sounds familiar.
Okay, so Andy Grammer is an American singer-songwriter, and I've got no idea what his songs are, but he was born in 1983, so he's 3 years younger than you, and he'll be performing.
He probably has like 27 times the amount of money, and he's like probably much better looking. And
he's doing
like 15 times more successful.
He was on Dancing with the Stars, so.
Oh, so he's a star. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Anyways, so carrying on here. Also, Monday, April 9th, you've got Dennis Lorenzo, your favorite guy.
Oh yeah.
Singing with Alan Stone.
Alan Stone, another name I've heard before.
Yeah, you guys will have to go look these guys up. Some of them I was like, wow, and I'm not really, we're really up on current music, unfortunately. I'm working on it though. But he's basically, Alan Stone is an American soul musician from Washington.
I want to hear Katie play with Papa Roach.
What?
Yeah. I want to hear
Katie
Katie play
Papa
with
Roach, okay.
90s punk band Papa Roach.
She can do it. She can do it. We've got Dominique this Monday, going to be singing with Aloe Black.
Aloe Black. That's a nice name. Hey, what's up, baby? My name is Aloe Black.
Yeah.
Aloe Black.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You'll have to go look him up. He's obviously got some interesting stuff going on here. Record producer, American musician,
Sure.
Philanthropist.
Philanthropist. Okay. Guy's a philanthropist.
He is best known for his single "I Need a Dollar." And also The Man, which topped the charts in the United Kingdom. So,
he's a UK singer. That makes sense.
yeah. So, and he was born a year before you, so he's a little older than you.
Oh. See, I just got to get 1 year ahead now. Be as successful as Aloe Black.
What do you do? Okay. So
I don't know why you're comparing their ages to my age, bro.
This is the longest breakdown because I know you were born in '80, so it's easy to like bounce things off when you were born.
Just give him my social security number and my address, bro. Might as well, you know.
426.
No, shut up, Shane. What the fuck, man?
I don't know your social.
You literally started with the first two numbers. So how is it possible?
Really?
Yes.
I totally just guessed.
Wow, well done. I was like, is this guy's actually going to get my social? I got to bleep this out now.
I wouldn't do that to you. Okay, so wait a second. I've got all right. So I've got 8 of your. Okay, so Gabby, Barrett, and Layla Spring, they're going to be performing with Sugarland.
Layla Spring was the one with the Dixie sister, the 16-year-old.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, they're going to be performing with Sugarland, which is a very popular country western group.
I know Sugarland. Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then my favorite that I'm looking forward to tonight, even though it's not my favorite singers, we've got KK and Michael J. Woodard singing with Pat Monahan, the lead singer of Train.
Okay. Oh yeah, you love Train. Yeah.
I love Train, bro. I love Train.
Yeah, who's in your opinion, what's better, Train or Nickelback?
Train.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Woo.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I love all credibility.
Don't get me wrong. I love me some Nickelback, but Train, much better lyrics.
Yes, I agree with that, 100%.
Okay. Okay, so then that's Monday. The following Monday, on April 16th, we have Caleb Hutchinson and Amelia Harris. They're going to be singing with Bebe Rexha.
I know Bebe Rexha is.
Rexha, okay.
Yep.
And then we've got Ada Vox and Journey. Oh my gosh, we totally I missed it.
Journey's journey is not over, apparently.
Oh my gosh, we've been saying the whole time that Journey's over. I missed her in the list.
Oh my God.
I missed her. So listen, Journey, your journey isn't over.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. You know what? It was funny is I actually didn't. I'm the one who said she was going through, and Shane was no, her journey is over.
Right. And I had the list in front of me, and somehow I got paused on Ada Vox and didn't see the Journey next to it. So you're right. Journey's going through. And now that makes a lot more sense because the guy you said that they're really pushing up, and Journey, who they've been pushing up, you know, those might be the two people they're really pushing, but America still has to vote.
Yes.
They're going to be performing. Ada and Journey are going to be performing with Lee Michelle. I don't know if you know who that is, but Leah Michelle.
Oh, Leah Michelle. I don't know. Maybe I don't.
No. Maddie Pop and Garrett Jacobs. Poppy.
Poppy.
I'm going to tell you what go through my head right there. Maddie Poppy and Garrett Jacobs, they're going to be performing with Colby Calais, she's a really good singer from the 90s, I think.
Well, what I do know is that there's almost nothing better than a good Calais steak. I got to say that.
Okay. Yeah. This definitely has nothing to do with steak, but okay.
I'm hungry.
Then you've got Alyssa Ragu and Ron Bultonges. Thank you for making me work that one. And they're going to be singing with Banners. So I don't know if you know who Banners is.
Nope.
Banners is, if you look it up on Google, you got custom banners for $6.66.
You Googled banners on Google?
I did, man.
Of course,
Banners the musician.
Of course you get nothing but banners.
It's listed as Michael Joseph Nelson. Known under the stage name is Banner.
I really feel like that was a bad stage name, considering that you got to compete with like 15 different types of keywords on Google when it comes to searching for your name now.
Great point. Great point. He's an English musician from Liverpool. Yeah. So
you Googled
awesome.
banners.
I Googled banners, not even like, of course.
That was great.
Right. Okay, wait. And we're not done, because also on April 16th, you've got Shannon O'Hara and Effie Passero with Cam.
Oh, don't Google that. Don't Google that.
Hey, it came up.
Oh, okay.
Cam is a country artist, American singer, female.
Type in Cam female and see what happens.
Cam. No, I ain't doing that. I just typed in Cam and it came up www.camcountry.com. Oh my goodness gracious, Lord help me. Okay.
Oh man.
Marcio Donaldson.
we should do an entire show where you Google things.
I don't know who these people are. Try to figure it out.
All right.
Okay. Marcio Donaldson's going to be performing with Alan Stone. That's one that you know, right?
Yeah, I know Alan Stone.
All right. Yeah. And then, of course, Mara Justine has Rachel Platten. And that's going to round out your 12 vocalists on April 16th. And they're superstars. So if you're looking forward to seeing them sing with somebody, you get to watch it the next 2 weeks.
Oh, there we go, everybody.
All right. And I think we should come back, my friend, instead of doing both shows next week at one time. I think we should really give a heck of a shot at getting in Monday. We do the solos, and then coming in Tuesday and doing the first 12 performers.
All right, let's give it a go and see what happens.
We'll see what happens. That way we get a little more show and not so long. What is this? What are we at right now?
By the time it gets edited together, it'll be about an hour.
An hour. Okay. Well, thanks for being with us today, guys. We love you, of course. Please subscribe and make sure we got stuff coming out. When are we going to do the 1600 sub challenge? When are we doing that?
We gotta do that too.
We got to do. I know, like we really need.
Our kids are on spring break, so like it's so hard to record video right now.
Well, the prize that we're giving away is going to happen before we can do the thing, because remember, we're giving away tickets to Infinity Wars, so we're gonna have to get that done pretty soon.
Yeah, we gotta do that quick. All right, well, we're gonna have to do that next week, 100%. Gonna have to do it next week because Infinity Wars coming up in like 3 weeks, I think, 2 weeks.
Pretty quick.
Okay, everybody, that's it. That's the podcast. That was American Idol. You know what's going on. We'll be back on. It was Monday, right?
I hope so, yes.
We'll be back on Monday with another American Idol show talking about the solo performances. And then the next day, we'll be talking about the live performances and all that good stuff. Please like, subscribe, comment below. And, just watch the cutscene at the end of the video. And have a great weekend. Shane?
We'll catch you guys next time. Love you guys.
Thanks for watching. If you like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the little bell so you can make sure you get updates from... Dude, are we for real right now? Huh. Hit the bell too while you're at it. We'll, catch you next time.
Like, subscribe, share, and comment. Subscribe and comment.
You're such a child.